Exercise 1. Let's get warmed up with a monthly report example. We'll build formulas that build the summary. The user will enter a date, and our formulas will compute the start and end dates for the period and the sum of the amount column for the transactions that fall within the date range. Let's begin by computing the start date. The start date is the first day of the month. This is easily handled with an EOMonth function. Equals EOMonth, the date, go back 1 month, so minus 1, add 1 day to that result, enter. Okay, looks good. The end date is easier. Equals EOMonth, the date, and 0 to return the last day of the month. Good. Now to compute the total. Equals SUMIFS, add the TBL underscore data amount column, only include those rows where the date column is. Now, this argument will join the comparison operator to the criteria value. So, the comparison operator is greater than or equal to. Since this is a text string, we need to enclose it in quotes. Then the concatenation operator, and then the start date. This results in a single argument that tells the function to include those rows that are greater than or equal to the start date. The next criteria pair handles the end date, and only include those rows where the date column is less than or equal to the end date. Close the function and enter. Hey, looks good. We should be able to enter another date, and the summary should update accordingly. Yeah, it worked. Perfect. Exercise 2. In this exercise, we'll compute a total for a year. The data table is named TBL underscore FA. The year input cell is named date underscore year. Now, let's get started on the formula. Equals SUMIFS, add up the TBL FA amount column, only include those rows where the TBL FA date column is greater than or equal to January 1st of the year. We build the date with the date function. Date, the year, 1 for January, and the first day of the month. So the argument is greater than or equal to January 1st of the entered year. Good? Okay, let's keep going. And only include those rows where the date column is less than or equal to December 31st. So date, the year, comma 12, comma 31. Close the functions and hit enter. Hey, looking good. Extra credit 1. In this exercise, we'll eliminate the need for helper cells. The objective is the same as the first exercise, to allow the user to enter a date and then compute the total for that period's transactions. The data source is the table on the Exercise 1 worksheet, TBL underscore data. Equals SUMIFS, add the TBL data amount column, only include those rows where the TBL data date column is greater than or equal to the first day of the month. We use the EOMonth function to compute the first day of the month. EOMonth, the date in C10, go back 1 month and add 1 day. And only include those rows where the date column is less than or equal to the last day of the month. EOMonth, C10, comma 0. Close the functions and hit enter. Good. We should be able to change the date and, yep, looks good. Extra credit 2. In this exercise, we'll revisit the Exercise 2 fixed assets data. This time, our report will include the transactions for the specified year and provide totals by class. Equals SUMIFS, add up the TBL FA amount column, only include those rows where the class column is equal to our class, and only include those rows where the date column is greater than or equal to the first day of the year. Date, the year. Since we're going to fill the formula down, we lock down the row reference, comma 1, comma 1. And only include those rows where the date column is less than or equal to the last day of the year. Date, the year. Since we're going to fill the formula down, we lock down the row reference, comma 12, comma 31. Close the functions and hit enter. Looks good. Now let's change the year and see if the report values update. All right, looks good.
This video is a production of Click Consulting.